Hey guys, we're back again. Bushcrafty cooks with some dessert. Yeah, we're going to do the dessert thing. We are making muffins. We are going to be making blueberry cheesecake muffins with a twist. Going to be very interesting. So make sure you check this out. We've got our instant blueberry cheesecake muffins. This isn't as important as the other ingredients, but we also have some no-bake cheesecake mix, and we have some blueberries. Yes, blueberries. Now, before we get started with this, we've already got us a clean little pan here, and we're going to put our muffin papers or cups or whatever you want to call these things inside of here. Probably should already had this done because these things are a pain just to try to get one of them out, which I usually never ever do. There we go. And our next thing is to pour in at the bottom of this about a handful. Again, I'd rather not use a measuring cup, even though I'm using a measuring cup for a container. You can go around and, you know, dabble with a couple here and a couple there, you know, that kind of thing. Like so. And then, what you're going to do, you're going to get your yummy no-bake cheesecake, even though we're no baking it, or we're baking it, and put a dab, yes, I said a dab, no, put your arm down, I didn't tell you to dab, and it doesn't have to be pretty or anything, just get it in there. We can put a little bit more or a little bit less, dependent on your preference. Some of these could use a tad bit more. Oops, see, we already got a mess right there. Yummy stuff. Okay, this guy right here could use just a tad more. Same with over here. There we go. Oh, this one. And, oh, yeah. Let's give this guy a little bit more because he looks jealous. Okay. We now have that all done. Our next step is to get or move this out the way. And by the way, this is what you're going to be looking like right there, if you didn't see before. You're going to get your package of this. I've got another package in case this is not enough, but I think one will be. Now you can get just a regular, you know, biscuit mix, or you can, or not biscuit, but muffin mix. It's totally up to you. This is instant. It's real simple, real easy. It does, you know, have the dehydrated blueberries in it and stuff, and you can get just regular. This is still going to work good, but this can be extra cheesecakey. And it calls for a half a cup of milk. So let's get our measuring cup and dump that in there. And we're going to take our handy dandy mixer, which you probably don't have to do this either, you know. I like to do this a little bit. That way we don't there we go. I don't like to over mix this stuff too much. Yes, I just hurt your ears, didn't I? I'll put those in the sink and hopefully cats don't try to eat them. Let me go ahead and get a spoon. Try to make sure we get enough of this so we cover all these guys. And while you're doing this, make sure you're preheating your oven to 400. And we're going to dump about a spoonful into our cupcake mixture, like so. And try not to make a mess. Because you're only supposed to put about 2/3 in this. So hopefully when it starts baking and stuff, it'll start working its way down and all that fun stuff. And well, see, I made a mess. I may have to make that other bag of muffin mix. I don't know. We might have just enough. Maybe not. There we go. Let's see if we can scrape out enough for this next one. If not, I will make another batch. Yeah, we're going to have another one. And you will kind of want to, you know, kind of flatten this out just a little bit. It'll help this stuff to pour down in there. I think we may my hands are clean. Calm down. It will be until I lick my fingers at this stuff. Okay, so there we go. We have our stuff in here ready to go. And yes, I licked the batter. We have our stuff ready to go for the oven. Make sure it's at 400 degrees, and we want to bake these until the tops are golden brown. And again, they may raise up over the side, so don't be alarmed. But let's go ahead and see what these look like when they're baked. Again, it usually takes 15 to 16 minutes. It varies on your oven, so just keep an eye on it. We'll be back in about 15-20 minutes. Okay guys, it's been about 15 minutes and look what we have. We've got our blueberry cheesecake muffins with some special stuff inside. And I'm going to try to snag one of these and not burn myself. Woo! We have some spillage on the side, but that's okay. We put this aside over here, and right there, and just look at that ooey gooey. Oh yeah, so good looking there. Muffin. Now we're going to go ahead and open this up, and it's going to ooze its goodness out. Try not to make a mess. You're supposed to let this cool, and when it cools, it comes out in one piece. But as you can see, oh, look at that. Doesn't that look so good? Now, I'm probably going to burn my face on this, but here we go. Yum, yum, yum. For a cheap mix and very little time at all. This is really good. Now again, you're going to want this to cool off. Once it cools off, it'll form a lot better than it is now. But this is really good. That's it. That's for the dessert for this week. Hope you enjoy it. Until next time, catch you on the next one.